US President Donald Trump's decision to skip the 2025 G20 Summit in South Africa is doing more than raising eyebrows. It is opening a clear diplomatic lane for China, and Beijing is more than ready to occupy it. The US announced it will boycott the summit over Trump's repeatedly debunked claim that South Africa mistreats its white minority. President Cyril Ramaphosa called Trump's remarks a total disgrace, saying that the US is abandoning global leadership at a time the world needs it most. Washington is sending just one official, Mark Dillard, the charge d'affaires in South Africa, and his only role is to participate in the ceremonial handover of the G20 presidency, since the US is set to host the summit in 2026. The optics are clear. America steps back, China steps forward. This year, Xi Jinping is not traveling, but that does not mean China won't show up strong. Premier Qiang arrives in Johannesburg as Beijing's top representative, and analysts say Trump's absence amplifies China's voice. According to international relations scholars, the US boycott hands Beijing a valuable spotlight. With America missing, countries look toward China and the European Union for stability and direction, and China presents itself as exactly that, a predictable, steady alternative to a unilateralist United States. This is especially significant because this year's G20 has a historic African chair, is hosted on African soil, and brings the African Union in as a full member. For China, Africa's largest trading partner, the timing is perfect. Beijing continues expanding its footprint across the continent, billions in infrastructure projects, new green energy investments, and a strong push for digital cooperation. Just months ago, China signed a $1.4 billion deal to revive the Tazara railway between Tanzania and Zambia. Africa's solar imports from China jumped 60% in 1 year. At this G20, Beijing positions itself as the champion of the Global South, stressing stability, development, green transformation, and tech-driven solutions, a sharp contrast to Trump's rhetoric. While Trump mocks climate change as a con job, China's message centers on shared prosperity, collective action, and global cooperation.
It's climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
Experts say the US no-show does not collapse the US-led world order, but it creates visible space. Space China is actively filling with promises of continuity, open trade, and long-term investment. As Trump sits this one out, China steps into the frame, not necessarily as the new global leader, but as the most consistent voice in the room. And at a summit built around solidarity and sustainability, consistency may be the most powerful message of all. With Jyoti Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today Global.